So one last thing before we drop off, what was the most surprising thing that you learned about yourself during this journey?
Most surprising thing that I learned about myself is that I can stretch as far as I want. It's a mindset.
It's a mindset. I love
It's
that.
a mindset.
Yes.
You can stretch. You too can stretch. You can do it. How you set your mind is how you're going to react to everything.
Mhm.
It's not the whatever is happening. It is the you. What is inside you? What are you telling yourself?
Hi, I'm Anna Anderson, CEO and founder of the Women in Project Management Network. I'm a project manager by profession, a career coach, a PMP trainer, and a LinkedIn learning instructor. But more importantly, I'm someone who's been in your shoes. Not too long ago, I was filled with doubt, stepping out of my comfort zone and navigating rejection after rejection. It wasn't an easy journey, but through perseverance, hard work, and lessons learned, I finally found my yes. That moment changed everything, not just for me, but for the many people I've since had the privilege to help. I've seen how lives transform when you have the right tools, when you have the right support and encouragement to pursue those six-figure project management roles. On the Project Management Connect Show, here I share inspiring stories from project managers who've gone through aspiring to hire. I also bring in industry experts, recruiters, and hiring managers to show us how it's done. Together, we'll explore practical strategies and actionable tips to help you on your journey. So whether you're just starting out, transitioning into project management, or looking to elevate your project management career, this podcast is for you. If project management feels like your calling, or if you're just exploring, it's time to dive in. So let's get started, fellow project manager. Your journey begins here.
All right, everyone, welcome back. Today we do have Esther Mwangi. Esther is recently a PMP certified candidate, and we're just here to ask a couple of questions, what she did to help her pass her PMP exam. So welcome, Esther, to the show today.
Thank you, Anna.
So do you want to quickly introduce yourself, just share a little bit about your background? What do you do for work?
My name is Esther, and now I have added a new title, so I'm Esther Mwangi PMP.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been in the background of project management for more than 10 years, and this is in the financial setup. I've been a banker for more than 15 years now, 10 years in Kenya, and now in the United States of America. It's my fifth year going.
Awesome. So thank you so much. So you've been in the banking industry, but you recently just got your PMP certification. Is that something that you wanted to do as you're progressing into the project management space?
Yes, I really wanted something professional. You see, in project management, this is what we call the unofficial project manager. That is what I've been. And I've been leading teams, I've been managing situations, and like we say in project management, every step at your workplace, every step in your life, it's project management. But I didn't have the professional backup to show, hey, this is someone you can globally hire and they can lead your team.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome that you share that. But then you decided, all right, when me and you were working on the roadmap, you decided, I want to focus on the PMP first, and then I'm going to start doing looking for a new opportunity within the project management space, even though you've had the unofficial title of project manager. But what are some of the things that made you decide, okay, PMP is what I want to do now?
You see, Anna and my listener, there's something that we call professionalism. Anything you're doing in life, and we call in professionalism, we say that life is a show. You want to make sure you're a certified professional. You want to make sure when you walk into that boardroom, everyone knows that they're dealing with a professional.
Yeah. Okay, that's actually, I really like that mentality that you have to have some type of profession or other professional behind some of the things that you're doing, because you think like that, you start doing things like that, and based on some of the things that maybe you've studied in this situation, you are studying for your PMP. But how did you go about prepping for it?
I must say that this was not my work. This was like a combination of my coach and myself. And my coach had to step in my shoes. This is a person, this is a mom. She is working in retail. She's quite busy. And we had to share and collaborate. That's what we did. I had to open up and say, these are my greatest strengths. These are my greatest weaknesses. So I had to be very vulnerable with my coach, who is Anna, and tell her, this is where the shoe hurts. This is where I need help. And we jumped into it. She didn't leave me behind. She was like, hey, we can do this. We set up a schedule for ourselves. We set a plan. I offered to follow the plan and help with the plan, period. It is a two-way. There's a coach and there's a mentee. You have to follow what the two of you agree on.
No, you're right, because, a lot of people sometimes forget that someone as a coach who's supporting you is supposed to be there to guide you, keep you accountable, give you all the tools that you need, but it's also up to you to put in the work. And I really liked when you were putting together your timeline, you said, this is how long I'm going to be studying every single day. These are the books I'm going to be doing. This is the questions I'm going to be doing. And then eventually that's how you passed. But what are some of the books or tools that you use to help you? I know you had a timeline, you had hours during the day, you had maybe to sacrifice sleep and things like that. What are some of the things that helped you outside of, the coach? What are some of the things that you did on your own to help you pass the exam?
One of the things that I did was to know that I had to push myself. So I had to change my mindset. Yes, I'm supposed to have 8 hours sleep, but if I need to achieve something, I had to sacrifice. Number 2, my coach kept on mentioning books. She would say, go buy, or you need an Essentials of Scrum, period. Once she mentions it, I would just write it down. Then I would go to Amazon and look it up and just order it. So there's also the sacrifice of spending. You have to agree to spend. If a coach is referring you to a book, or they're referring you to a podcast, or they're referring you to a site, they've been through the journey. You just got to trust.
Yeah. Investing is very, very important in any career, in any journey. You have to get specific things that will propel you to the next level. In this situation, if you're studying for your PMP exam, you have to have the PIM book guide. You have to have the Essential for Scrum if you've never done Scrum before. You have to have the Agile guide. You have to study and do practice questions. What are some of the biggest challenges, though, that you faced during this time period? I know it was about 3 months that you studied, but what were some of the biggest challenges?
My greatest challenge was time, because my work schedule never changed. My being a mother to a teenager never changed. And now I added to myself 3 months stretch. And we sat with my coach and said, we are achieving this by the 15th of November, period. So I had to sacrifice that. And that is what I focused on. So time was a challenge, and I had to maneuver and figure out. Remember, you're first a personal life manager, and then you become a PMP. So I had to manage my time.
Yeah. It was so nice when you told me that also your daughter was helping you, motivating you, pushing you, keeping you accountable. So that's good when you have even family around you who know that you have specific goals and they want to see you achieve them. So that was awesome. Yeah.
That was a great one, because I told her, if it's 2 a.m. and the alarm goes on and Mama is not waking up, go to her room, take off the blanket. It's 2 a.m. It's time to study, period. You need to pass an exam. And you see, she's also in high school. So she knows the deadlines that we put for homeworks, it's 1 day before the due date. So the same day she'd say, you have to be done with studying for your exam 1 week before the due date. So I had to squeeze this 45 days plan before the exam, 1 week before. And it was my accountability partner.
I love that. I love that. So you go into the exam room, you see the news that you passed. How did you feel?
It was so exciting. I don't know the words to you.
Yeah.
I looked at the receptionist, the person who was welcoming me, and they printed for me the results. So I just looked at them and I asked them, are you huggable?
Yeah.
What's the word? They were like, what? I asked, can I hug you?
Yeah. Oh.
And they were like, this is the pass. We don't get hugs from people who failed, did it. And they were like, are you a mom? I said, yes. Oh, we can't.
Yeah. No, I hear you. It's a lot of sacrifice. You just feel a big burden out of you. And let me not even call it a burden, just a lot of weight off of you, because you've been putting in the time to study. As you said, you're waking up at 2 a.m. to study because probably that was the only time. You said time was a constraint because you are full-time, you have a child. So, that feeling is just such an amazing feeling. And I'm super excited for you when you called me and told me, hey, I passed my exam. But what advice would you give someone who is on the same journey looking to earn their PMP certification?
Get yourself a coach. Yes, you've been a project manager for long. Yes, you have your MBA. Yes, you have your master's in science or whatever you have for a professional qualification. Please get a coach. They will just act like your tour guide. Yes, you have the map, you have the books, you know where you're heading, but you need a coach. You need someone to pat your back and say, hey, you're doing well. Oh no, this week you didn't do well. You need to do better. And will be your main accountability partner. And I would recommend Anna. She did it well. 3 months for me to achieve PMP, it's not an easy job.
Yeah. You need that structure. And just like even when you go to school, you have a professor, they give you a timeline. This is what we need to do this semester. So make sure you're meeting that. It's the same way with, finding someone who can support you, or just give you that roadmap to help you get to your goals. So what's next for you in your project management career then?
Great. One, I'm looking to change roles. I want now to become a senior project manager. That's one of the motivation. And of course, number 2, I never stop studying because the best leader starts by sharpening themselves. So I'll be going for the next certification. And that we will discuss with my coach. And he will be telling you what we are doing.
Yeah. I'm super excited to hear that. So one last thing before we drop off, what was the most surprising thing that you learned about yourself during this journey?
Most surprising thing that I learned about myself is that I can stretch as far as I want. It's a mindset.
It's a mindset. I love that.
It's a mindset.
Yeah.
You can stretch. You too can stretch. You can do it. How you set your mind is how you're going to react to everything. It's not the whatever is happening. It is the you. What is inside you? What are you telling yourself?
Yeah, and that's the mindset we're going to take in helping you finding your next senior project manager role. So thank you so much, Esther, for joining us today. I hope anyone who's listening, you've been encouraged by Esther's story. She is moving on from the banking, or rather looking for a role within the finance space. Who knows? But you're going to utilize some of the skills, some of the experience from this experience in studying for your PMP and bringing it into finding your next senior project manager role. Any parting words from you, Esther?
Yes. One of the things I would like to tell our listeners, PMP is doing great. 1, in your personal life, 2, for others. Please go for it.
Yes. Go for your PMP certification. If that's something that's part of your roadmap and some of your goals, go for it. It's not for everyone, but it is something that you have always dreamed about doing. It's definitely out there for you, up for grabs. So thank you, Esther, and we will see you later. Thank you.
Thank you.